Nice.
Yes.
You can handle the truth. Okay. I can't do it. I don't yell loud enough.
Welcome to Namely 90s. Wow. The podcast that takes you back to the time before smartphones, Google, and Y2K. Join your hosts as they relive the pop culture that shaped a generation and the parts that many people wish they could forget. Listen in to the conversation about how the decade defined those who spent their childhood there and how it shaped them as adults. So, turn down the grunge and dial up the internet. Let's get started. It's time for Namely 90s.
Hello and welcome. You're listening to Namely 90s. I'm Andrew, and over there is Brandon.
That's me.
We are into, is it the end of November already? I just stumbled over my words. Yeah. So let me first say you can find us online at namely90s.com or on Twitter at namely90s. That's with a 90S. We love to chat with you on there. And I was kind of stumbling over my words because it's November 30th, the day this is released. But this is the December 1992 episode, so that kind of threw me off there for a second. Even though just moments before we started, I explained that to myself and thought I had it straight. Gosh, that's a disaster. Anyway, I hope everyone had a lovely Thanksgiving for our American listeners. And I'm sorry, our listeners from the United States of America. Let me clarify that.
It can't be too...
too exclusive. And that brings us to the fact that today is Cyber Monday. Any big deals you're looking for this year?
No.
Oh, okay. I already bought a bunch of crap earlier in the year. I don't need more crap.
It would be nice to... I can't think of one. Costco
the great news is
Nintendo Switches for a regular price.
Well, this episode's coming out on we're recording it, on November 5th. And so we already have the ad for the Black Friday sale, right?
Oh, yeah. It came out 2 weeks ago before we were even recording.
It's just ridiculous. But no, I bought a bunch of expensive crap throughout the year. So frankly, I don't need to go out and buy a big TV because I already did that.
I mean, my TV's starting to look a little small.
Yeah, 63 inches just isn't cutting it anymore. Or, no, just kidding.
55, thank you.
That's hilarious.
But it has it has the 3D vision that I used for 6 months and then haven't used again in 7 years, 6 years. I don't know.
That doesn't surprise me.
I really don't feel the need. I don't feel the need for 4K. My eyes don't really see much a significant difference. It's it's not like this going from standard def to a flat screen.
My eyes don't work that fast anyway. So.
Which is a quote from our game of Rocket League.
I'm really bad at Rocket League for those of you who are listening, but it's fun.
But if you like Rocket League and want to support us, join our Patreon where our top tier members will get to play Rocket League with the two of us as we flail about and steal the ball from you and most likely lose.
And most likely have to redact a fair amount of the audio. Just say.
At the lower tier level, you could watch us play Rocket League on Twitch, where they allow cursing, from what I understand. No, we don't actually have a Patreon. If you want to support us, you could support us by just giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. That'd be
great.
So I can't believe I guess it's not December yet, but I can't believe it's December tomorrow. This year feels like I was going to say going by too fast, but that's not true at all, is it?
No. This has been a crazily slow year, has it not?
It definitely has.
But we got some exciting stuff coming up, so it's looking up.
Yeah. Thank you to everyone that submitted on the Google form what their favorite episodes of holiday 90s television or least favorite is. We're in a few weeks, I guess. On the 21st, we'll be starting our Christmas special, as of yet unnamed Christmas special at the time of this recording. But yeah, we're gonna do 12 episodes daily, or not daily. We're gonna over the course of 12 days do an episode per day on an episode of 90s Christmas television, and we hopefully will have some guests. And
I'd love it. Yeah,
enjoy. It's for you. It's a thank you to those of you that have listened to us up to this point or just starting, and we appreciate you being there. So we want to give back and give you a little something extra to get that holiday podcast gap filled.
Yes.
Because who likes hanging out with their family for that long a time?
And listening to like repeats of old podcasts, boring.
Yeah, you want new stuff. I mean, unless you're new to this podcast, then you can go back and listen. It's so
frustrating. Like I listen to podcast. Like part of what I do is like I don't stop going to work during the 3 weeks around the holidays. Mm-hmm. I need podcasts to listen to. I need something. That's what I'm doing in the car. So when there's nothing to listen to, I get super bored to listen to the radio.
Yeah, for me, it's like I visit family back in Washington, and it's like it takes a half hour to drive anywhere. So half hour podcast helps me pass the time, gives me some new content.
Podcasts do help the miles go by. That's for sure.
Right. Well, speaking of letting the miles go by, let's not let the time go by I don't know how time travel works. So let's travel back to December 1992. On the 1st.
Convincing.
Yeah, right. On December 1st, Amy Fisher is sentenced to 5 to 15 years for shooting Mary Jo Buttafuoco. Also on the 1st, The Young and the Restless, which is a CBS soap opera, airs their 5,000th episode.
Whoa.
Right? And then on December 9th, Operation Restore Hope starts. U.S. Marines arrive in Somalia as a part of a UN peacekeeper force during the Somali Civil War, which I did not realize is still going on even today.
Wow.
Yeah. It explains the pirates, I guess.
Well, I mean, we're in the middle of our own civil war. I'm predicting by now. No, just kidding.
But not really. On the 15th, Mega Man 5 is released for the Nintendo Entertainment System. On the 18th, Bridget Mendler is born. She played the friend on Wizards of Waverly Place for our younger viewers. The friend Juliet Van Housen.
Van Heusen?
Yes. On December 24th, which is Christmas Eve for those of you non-Christians out there, Peyo, single-named creator of the Smurfs, dies. And then
weird name?
I believe he was Dutch or Norwegian or some...
You'd have to be. They'd be on some serious drugs to make that thing up.
I mean, you could see whatever country he's from, the influences of his country in his design work. I think it would be Dutch. They look like they're wearing...
that dude was smurfing weird. Tell you what.
Oh, boy. On December 31st, Halle Berry marries MLB outfielder David Justice. And then I think we started this in November, the TV ending section of TV ending in December of 1992. We have Tiny Toon Adventures, which came back or is coming back to HBO Max as Tiny Toon University next year, possibly. Wild and Crazy Kids, Goof Troop, and Darkwing Duck. All kids TV programming coming to an end in December. And then in the box office, we actually have some good ones. I guess December is another time that they release some
true
whoppers of a movie.
Whoppers.
On the 11th, we have A Few Good Men and The Muppet Christmas Carol. Do you know A Few Good Men?
Yeah. And of course, everyone knows the famous line from that one.
Which is?
You can't handle the truth. Jack Nicholson. Right?
There you go. That is true. On the 23rd, Scent of a Woman. That's the Al Pacino. Al Pacino.
Yes, I keep making sniffing sounds.
I got it. Do you know the famous line from that movie?
No, I don't. What is it?
I'm not going to tell you because it's going to come up later.
Right.
On the 25th, we have Hoffa, and on the 30th, Lorenzo's Oil. And then I'm keeping mum on some stuff because I have a game plan for later in the episode.
I'd make an ass out of myself. That's pretty much what every game turns into.
But you still generally win them, so I made it harder this time by not giving you information. Billboard charts for the first week of December. Number one for December 1992 is "I Will Always Love You" by Whitney Houston, which came in from the end of November, and will continue throughout the end of the year.
I don't know how she managed to make the letter I so many syllables. That's what it's amazing.
Right. And I don't think she breathes during that entire single letter. On the 13th, number 13 for the first week in 1992 is Layla by Eric Clapton on the Unplugged album.
Good song. Yeah, good album, in fact.
Right. Yeah, MTV Unplugged.
Yeah, definitely.
Number 17, Jump Around by House of Pain. Number 18, Walkin' on Broken Glass by Annie Lennox. Not going to sing that one.
I'm not going to sing it, but that's the one that the video that Hugh Laurie appeared in, isn't it?
Oh, really? You might have mentioned that. I don't remember. The Walking on Broken Glass.
Hugh Laurie appeared in the music video for Broken Glass.
Nice. Number 21 is Little Miss Can't Be Wrong by the Spin Doctors. I'm just waiting.
Little Miss.
Thank you.
Something.
I'm pretty sure it's just Little Miss Can't Be Wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
And then number 25 is Erotica by Madonna.
Oh, yes.
So moving on to the actual episode. Since it's December and since we're only going to get 3 episodes out of the month of December, that's not our special episodes, I thought we'd talk about the It Christmas presents for kids in 1992.
All right.
And I got this from various websites, but it says the number one thing for 1992 it would be the Barney doll, because Barney had just come out in 1992.
People really like either loved or hated Barney, and I'm not sure where the hate came from.
I know, right? Because he loves you and he loves me.
Like, he's so like
we should hang Barney
like
from a tree
around. Yeah. What?
Do you not remember the nursery rhymes?
I can't remember it. I remember that it was a thing.
Oh, because it used to the actual nursery rhyme is, or the actual song is, I love you, you love me. I don't remember something happened. And
then of course kids turned it into something derogatory.
Yep, because we're children. And I just remember the one I remember was I love you, you love me. Let's hang Barney from a tree. And then yeah. I didn't think about any racial implications, but literally just popped in my head.
Vey. Yeah, that's bad.
I mean, he's purple.
Wow. That's a color.
Yes, but not the Teletubby purple.
No, that's really bad. A lot of those nursery rhymes are actually rooted in like there's a lot of racist things in those. For like not nursery rhymes, but like the little sing-songy things you do, like to pick your team or whatever. It's like, wow.
Oh yeah, catch a tiger by
racist.
Its toe.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Old people. Goodness.
What was the other one? Or nursery rhymes. I mean, they're dark. Like London Bridge is falling down is actually in the title.
Yeah. Like there were casualties. Good God.
Think about the children that you're indoctrinating with your hate. Other things are WWF action figures. And actually, I was editing the episode from 2 weeks ago where I'm like, oh, it's not the World Wildlife Fund. It's the Worldwide Fund. But it's for the wildlife. It's World Wildlife. Or no, is it the Wildlife World? I don't. Thank
It's
you.
the World Wildlife Fund. I'm Googling.
Okay, thank you. And then it's the World Wrestling Federation.
Yes.
Not foundation.
Yeah, it is structured as a federation. I remember that. What the hell does that even mean?
Yeah, they're not in Star Trek.
I am the Senate.
That's Star Wars. Also, Thunderbird's Tracy Island. I have no idea what that is. The Super Nintendo Entertainment System. The Littlest Pet Shop, which...
Oh, yeah.
And then slap bracelets.
I forgot about those. Those things are pretty sweet.
Right. Yeah. Occasionally you'll come across them in like a party bag or something and be like, why are you giving away children's toys at this children's party that I'm stealing a bag from? What?
But
yeah, do you remember having any of these? I mean,
no.
I had a Super Nintendo.
A SNES, as I like to call it.
Yeah. I always would call it a Super NES. Personally.
I don't think I had any Nintendo. Well, my brother had a regular NES, I think.
Did he? I don't remember.
Yeah, he did. But I never played it personally. I mean, we had other stuff.
Yeah, I had an NES, Super NES, 64, GameCube. Yeah, and a Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy Color. Game Boy Advance.
I don't think we had like a PS1. I think
I know you definitely had a PS1 and a PS2, but yeah, the super old. I think we already talked about this. The PS1 was originally supposed to be an add-on to the Super Nintendo before they were like, oh no, we're just going to make our own proprietary system. Peace. Yeah. But yeah, the Super NES was awesome. That was like. Because I played on the NES, like I had Duck Hunt, but I was a kid and didn't understand how bad I was at games back then. Whereas the Super Nintendo, Super Mario World, that I actually got pretty decent at. I know I beat it. I beat Yoshi's or Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
Yeah.
Other good. Oh, I had a Looney Tunes game that I really liked.
Oh.
It was a Tasmanian Devil game where, like, looking back on it, terrible, stupid game. You're just, it's like one of those endless racers, like where it's like a 2D screen and then like Rad Racer, that kind of game, except you're the Tasmanian Devil and you're trying to eat kiwis that are running away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Speaking of Looney Tunes, Tiny Toons Adventures. Like we mentioned them briefly, I don't know, 4 episodes back, because it was announced that they're having a Tiny Toons reboot. But did you ever watch the Tiny Toons Adventures on, I think it was on Nick?
Tiny Toon Adventures. I don't remember, honestly.
We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony.
That sounds familiar.
So it starred Babs and Buster Bunny.
Okay.
It was a blue and pink rabbit, or two rabbits. One was blue, one was pink. They were like the niece and nephew of Bugs, I think, or one of them was.
Yeah, I remember those characters now.
Although they had like a sexual chemistry with each other. So not a sexual, a romantic relationship. I never understood the nuances.
Making a grimace here.
Yeah, and then Plucky Duck was it was like a green
Plucky Duck.
Yeah, he was a green version of a green kid version of not Donald, Daffy. Yeah. Then there's the pig. I don't remember his name.
Porky.
Was his name Porky?
No, that was the original one.
Oh, yeah, no. He was like Porky's nephew. So it was, yeah. And then all the original Looney Tunes were like educators at the school that they went to, I think. I don't know. So
it's like the Saved by the Bell reboot?
Yeah, it's exactly the Saved by the Bell reboot, except better chemistry between the younger cast.
And also probably less racism.
More, or you mean addressing racism?
Looney Tunes wasn't one of those things. It was also like, if you look back at it.
You mean compared to the original?
Yeah.
Yes. I didn't know where you were going with that one.
Neither did I really.
But I remember I really enjoyed that when I was a kid, but I could not tell you much other than the theme song, like snippets of the theme song get stuck in my head from time to time.
I do remember the snippets of the theme song, and I remember that some of the characters. So I know I must have watched it, but I didn't recognize it by name.
There was like a purple female skunk.
Yes.
That chased the boys around like Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah.
There was a billionaire kid named Max. Elmira was Elmer Fudd's, like, clearly his offspring, but possibly also his niece at the same time. I'm saying they're incestuous.
Yeah, I think I gathered that. That's funny.
And that's all I can remember. Oh, and there's a Tasmanian devil, but I think he was also purple. Yeah. It was much more colorful than the original Looney Tunes, that's for sure.
It was also a lot newer.
That's true. It was like late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
Which is why I brought it up.
Perfect.
Yeah. Do you want to move on to my game? I don't. There wasn't too much for this month that I found interesting.
Yeah, let's do the game. It sounds fun.
Yeah, and if we want to talk about the important movies, we can do it after, because then I wouldn't have given away any specifics. So this game, this Namely 90s game that I've invented, is 10 quotes from 5 movies Andrew has never seen because he doesn't watch movies. If he scores a 6 out of 10, Andrew gets the Namely 90s trophy. And by scoring, I mean if you correctly identify the movie that it came from, you get a point. Now, just to remind you, we have Scent of a Woman.
Hold on, I gotta write these down.
Okay.
Scent of a Woman.
A Few Good Men. The Muppet Christmas Carol. Hoffa, and Lorenzo's Oil.
You're not going to make this easy for me, are you?
That's why I'm giving you 6 out of 10 to get the trophy. Okay. But I will lob you one to start. You Can't Handle the Truth.
A Few Good Men. And The Muppet Christmas Carol. In that one deleted scene? No, just kidding.
That is correct.
Ding, ding, ding. Oh, you're probably going to add that sound.
Yes, just a single ding, but sure. All right. Hooah!
DK64.
Donkey Kong is here.
Lorenzo's Oil.
I would have guessed A Few Good Men just because this is not like a marine thing.
Sure. Is that wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong. That is Scent of a Woman.
Okay.
All right. No, there's no softballs anymore. Because a little thing can affect them. A slight disorder of the stomach can make them cheat. You may be a bit of undigested beef, a blob of mustard, a crumb of cheese. Yes, there's more gravy than a grave about you.
The Muppets.
That is correct. That is from a Muppet Christmas Carol, and I'm pretty sure that's just from Dickens.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Nothing was getting that one right.
Let's see. I'm going to give you a piece of advice. Don't ask for something if it's a burden to you if you get it.
Hoffa.
You are correct. That's 3 out of 4 so far.
Yes.
All right. You see, Danny, I can deal with the bullets and the bombs and the blood. I don't want money and I don't want medals. What I want to do is for you to stand there in that F-wordy white uniform and with your Harvard mouth extend me some effing courtesy. You got to ask me nicely.
A Few Good Men.
That is correct. What gave it away?
The white uniform.
Gotcha.
Comment.
What adjective?
Oh, the effing.
No, sorry. It was a homosexual F slur.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
With a Y.
Okay. No,
Yes.
I mean, I thought it was the other F word, but sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Classy.
It was almost love. It was always. It was almost love. It was almost always. It was like a fairy tale we'd live out, you and I. And yes, some dreams come true. And yes, some dreams fall through.
Time for Lorenzo's Oil, I think.
That is incorrect. That was from Dickens' A Muppet Christmas Carol. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 correct out of 6. Yes, sir. All right. Do you know how many children die every year from choking on French fries?
Is this a question or a quote?
That's the quote. May have edited it down.
Scent of a woman.
That is the Lorenzo's Oil.
Damn.
Still need 2, and you have 3 tries left. All right.
Ooh.
If a guy is close to you, you can't slight him. You can't slight that guy. A real grievance can be resolved. Differences can be resolved. But in an imaginary hurt, a slight, that MFer gonna hate you till the day he dies.
Hoffa?
That is correct.
Oh.
All right.
2 more. Gotta get
2
1.
more. All right. The life of one boy is not enough reward for you to risk the reputation of the institution and the esteem of your peers.
Oh, boy. A Few Good Men.
That's Lorenzo's Oil.
Dang it. Oh, no, it's down to the last one.
Uh-oh. Oh, this feels good. I might get the trophy for once. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Final question, or final quote. There are 2 kinds of people in this world, those who stand up and face the music and those who run for cover. Cover is better.
A Few Good Men.
Ooh, I'm sorry. This is Andrew's first loss in any game that we've played. That is from Scent of a Woman.
Dang it. Sounded sort of militaristic, so I went for it.
That's why I picked it.
Dang it. You're cruel.
I know. So, yeah. Good try. You got a solid 50%.
Yeah. Hey, it's like basically it's like college, except I actually passed college.
Yeah. I mean, if we graded on a curve, maybe you would have been bumped up into the passing margin. But yeah, I tried to pass off some quotes that were definitely sounding like A Few Good Men, which good movie. Right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I didn't see the whole thing, obviously, because it's me. But
I mean, it's been so long since I've probably seen it all the way through.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a classic. It's got Jack Nicholson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Other notable actors
in the homosexual slurry white uniform.
It has Kiefer Sutherland in it, doesn't it?
It does. The main character, though, is Tom Cruise.
Right, Tom Cruise.
And then Demi Moore, I think. Is she the lady interest?
Yep, it is. Kevin Bacon,
lawyer.
Kevin Pollack.
Kevin Bacon.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba Gooding Jr. is the one in like that is being fought over, right? Not in a wow.
I don't know.
I'm going to stop that sentence. He's the one that's on trial for a dishonorable discharge or whatever.
It was based on A Few Good Men by Aaron Sorkin, directed by Rob Reiner, brother of Carl Reiner, obviously. Yeah, that's quite the crew there.
Yeah, it's a good movie, and in preparation for this, I watched that scene again, and gives you chills every time.
Yes.
You can't handle the truth.
I like when they turned it into like a GIF of Jack Nicholson's eyes like spinning around. Have you seen that?
I don't think I've seen that.
It's pretty funny.
A Scent of a Woman I watched in high school because one of our teachers showed it to us for some reason.
That's what?
Yeah. I don't even remember the context because I must have been like a day. I honestly don't know the reason that we watched it.
Yeah, it's like the same people who thought that Attica was, or not Attica, was it Gattaca? Sorry, I had that backwards. Gattaca was like an acceptable film to show in science class.
But I watched that in biology, I think.
I know, and it's just not like, that's not how we teach science. Oh my gosh.
It's DNA. Yeah. I don't remember, but Scent of a Woman, Al Pacino plays like a retired military guy who's blind. Right. And then I want to say it's Matt Damon or someone that looks like Matt Damon. He is somehow ends up helping him. And, the notable quote from this is "hooah," because Al Pacino would just say that, and he would also mispronounce organ because the Matt Damon type character was from Oregon, but he would say, "You from Oregon, boy?"
Yeah, why did people from like the East Coast always pronounce it Oregon? That's just not correct,
right? And you can't convince them otherwise.
Yeah, I know. Oregon. That's what I said.
Yeah. I don't hear a difference between you saying Oregon and me saying Oregon. Wow. There's no second R for first.
It's like the people who say, instead of saying egg, they say egg.
Or E. Egg.
Egg and egg.
Egg. Would you like some
egg? Or there's
the
people who like the people who say pillow instead of pillow.
Pillow. I probably do both.
There's a difference. Anyway, let's see. Hoffa.
Turkey. I say turkey correct finally after 25 years. As I brought up before, I used to say churkey.
Oh, I did not know this. Hoffa had Paul Guilfoyle in it, who was the like detective on CSI.
Oh yeah. He looks like he could be a mobster.
Yeah, definitely.
The Muppet Christmas Carol had a famous British actor. Help me out here. I don't remember.
Which one?
Sir Ian McKellen. Yeah, Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is it Ian McKellen?
Ian McKellen. Muppets.
No, it's someone who played Alfred.
I have no idea.
Michael Caine.
Oh yeah.
He was Ebenezer in that one.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then
and what in the heck is Lorenzo's Oil? Is that like Lorenzo Lamas?
No. So it's actually a very sobering movie about some kid with cancer or something, and Lorenzo has blood that can help cure him, I think, or something to that extent.
Wow.
But it's some sort of moral decision that he has to make throughout the film. And
looking at the theatrical release poster, I'm so glad it's not that time anymore. Things just looked bad.
Yeah. Let's see. Lorenzo's Oil is a 1992 American drama film based on a true story. Two parents in relentless search for a cure for their son Lorenzo's adrenoleukodystrophy. They
spent $30 million making it and grossed 7.2.
Oh wow.
Oh. Because that's a downer. Like, I'm sure it was compelling, but
it's a Christmas movie starring Susan Sarandon.
Oh my gosh. Merry Christmas. This year you'll be dehydrated from crying so much.
Oh, Nick Nolte is in it as well.
Nick Nolte. I don't know why I said it that way. It's starting to deteriorate quickly.
Yeah. Oh, and it's that kid from all the other 90s things.
That's funny.
That's not Macaulay Culkin. Well, do you have anything else to leave us on 1992 December?
Oh, excuse me. Apparently a giant cough. What was the pandemic going around back then? I'm sure there was one.
Republicanism.
Oh, burn.
Snap. Although they did just vote for Clinton, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, yeah. No. Anyway. Wow. Look at that. Oh, gosh. Are we already at the end?
And that was obviously a joke, but we are at the end. I guess that's it for this week's edition of Namely 90s. Remember, you can find a new episode out every Monday. Find us on Twitter at Namely 90s with a 90s, or find our personal accounts at bshooty and at Namely Andrew, and tell us what you want us to talk about on future episodes, or if we did a terrible job talking about this one. You can also contact us through our website, namely90s.com. Please subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, YouTube, Hooah, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and wherever you get your podcasts at. I'm Brandon, that's Andrew, and we will wish you a Merry December and catch you next time.